Welcome to Centricity 9.12 Upgrade Training, presented to you by your HFMG Provider Educator team. As you can see, there are some minor changes to the look, the colors, and also you can tell that the tabs have been squared off. Also with the tabs, we have a new one. This is the RX Renewals tab. This is where you're going to find prescription renewals and refills from both an office note or a refill update and the pharmacy. If you are a non-provider and currently receiving a provider's electronic prescription refill request to your desktop, you will need to set up a group for the providers that you'd like displayed on your desktop. You can do this by clicking on the magnifying glass, clicking on More, click on New Group, name your new group, click OK, click on the Search tab, and search for your providers. And then once you find your provider, make sure it's highlighted, and then click on Add Item, and then choose your group. And click OK, and OK. We'll do one more. Add item to our new group. OK, OK. Before you close, click on Browse, and highlight your new group that you've created. Then you can click OK. Now you'll see your group prescriptions show here. You can see who the provider is down on this end. If you only want to see one provider at a time, you can use your drop down arrow and click. Dr. McKee does not have any. Go back to Dr. Laird and all you'll see are his prescription renewals. These action button down here, hover over them and it'll tell you what it'll do. So this will take you to the patient's chart. Now we're going to move to an update or an encounter to show you the changes that you're going to notice when opening an update. And we're going to use Family Practice. We're going to change the provider. This box right here that you see will open for every encounter, every office note that you open. So you'll start seeing that whether you're starting a brand new or joining an encounter. From here, we're going to go ahead and click on the refill icon. You'll notice that there's a patient banner. You'll see the patient's picture and some demographics about the patient. You're also going to notice that there's some action buttons at the top here. You have Update Medications. You have View Inactive Medications, View Problems, View Allergies, and View Appointments, which will show you the last appointment and the next appointment only. Then you have Major Interactions, or any interactions for that matter, and then any pending prescriptions. You'll notice over here that you have a Filter Meds button. This is where you can click on the drop down, and if your medications are attached to any diagnoses, that's where you'll be able to separate them out. So clicking on atrial fib, so any meds that are associated with atrial fib will show up. And same for frozen right shoulder, and so on. And then you can see all from here. You can notice that this Renew button is grayed out. This is because we don't have a pharmacy showing up here. You can choose a pharmacy by using the drop down, and this is where you're going to find any pharmacy associated with the patient's chart or in their registration portion. You can choose from here. If they don't have anything listed here, you can click on Edit Pharmacy. This is where you can search for a new pharmacy. We'll go ahead and select that one. Note also that in here you are unable to add new pharmacies and you are unable to edit existing pharmacies. Now you'll notice that the Renew button is available to click on. Once clicked, it'll move your medication over to the right-hand side. And you're able to make changes only to your quantity, your refill amount, your earliest fill date, and then you can edit your pharmacy. If you want to make changes to any of other items, you would need to click on this pencil, which is Edit Prescription. This will open up a box, and then you can make all the changes that you see available here. You can change your pharmacy here, choosing from the drop down, or adding or selecting a new one from the edit. Click on Save, and that'll bring it back. I guess we should put a refill in. And then we'll add a couple of others, because you can do more than one at a time. And it will move all of them over to this side. We can also send different medications to different locations. So as of right now, you can see that this one's getting ready to go to CVS Pharmacy, but I don't want the Coumadin to go to CVS Pharmacy. I want the Coumadin to go elsewhere. So you can choose a different pharmacy. We're going to say the Public Sondo Galley. We'll say 2 refills. Oh no, quantity. 10, 2 refills. Save. And now you'll notice that you have Publix here, CVS here. And if we scroll down, we still have one left to do here, and we can give that yet another pharmacy. But we're going to pretend like we made a mistake and we don't want to refill this one. The way you fix that is by clicking on this button right here. This is called the Change Back button. And when you click on that, it'll remove it from this portion. Once you're done with all of your refills, if you're a provider, you can sign right from here. If not, you're going to close this, finish any documentation that you may have, vital signs, past medical history, past social history, that sort of thing. Then you'll end update, and you're going to hold the document, and it will go to that provider's desktop for them to sign the prescription. When outside of an update or an office visit, you'll click on the Refills button, and this will bring in a form that you should be familiar with. This is your RX order note. To get to your refills, you would click on the Refill button here or your next form. In here, you can do your refill as we reviewed a little earlier. Selecting a pharmacy, clicking on Renew, filling in your refills, and if there are no changes, placing it on hold. And update, hold your document, and you're good to go. And this concludes our education for the 9.12 upgrade. If you have any questions, please send an email to hfmgprovidereducators, all one word, at health-first.org. Thank you very much.